I have
Hello,
this.
guys.
Hello, everybody.
Welcome back. Episode 6.
I cannot
That's
work that out.
insane. I can't believe that we're on episode 6,
I know.
and it's actually been 6 weeks, like not 12.
Well done, us.
And also, before we get started, can we just say thank you so much? Like the last week's video got so much love, so many like just blown away by the response and the fact that people are still tuning in and watching, and just some of the messages. So yeah, some of the messages that we got just absolutely made my day. And just we cannot thank you enough. So for everyone that's supporting and sharing with their friends and everything, just thank you. We love you.
Tell your nan about us. You know,
That's it. Just tell everyone. Shout it from the rooftop.
I mean, to be honest, my clients listen to this. So hi, everyone. Not all of
My dad listened to one episode.
I saw his little message.
I don't think he's going to be a regular viewer, but I absolutely love that he tried.
No.
If you are watching, hi, Dad. But I did say to him, I'm not expecting, like, I understand you're not our target audience.
My parents won't watch it. Like, I don't think my dad understands.
I love that. He subscribed and turned on his notifications and all that. Just to help the algorithm. But
oh, the little pickle. That's so cute. I love that.
If he is still watching, he'll be like, oh my God, I can't believe she just called me.
Pickle, what?
Oh dear. Okay, moving on, guys.
Who's everyone? How is everyone? Well, I mean, there's only you that I'm talking to.
I mean, they can't answer, so let us know in the comments. Let us know in the comments how you are. I've been all right. Yeah, I've had a good week. I have. I had a returning client yesterday. She's lovely. Love her. Her daughter got married at an alpaca farm, and she was showing me all the like photos, videos. An alpaca was the ring bearer, guys. It was incredible. It would they are a very cool couple. So yeah.
I mean,
I've already booked my wedding. There's not going to be any alpacas involved, I'm afraid. But I mean, if you want to bring one, Susie, more than that could be your plus
you
one.
Have a plus one, Susie. I'm like, okay.
Lola, you're staying home. I'm taking an alpaca.
As if I would ever have a plus one. That's a ridiculous statement. Oh my God, I'm far
well,
too
you do. Don't use your plus one.
Oh, I don't want to take my daughter places.
You don't. If you're not bringing her. Aww.
Oh, I don't know. I've not even. She assumes that she's going everywhere.
I've got visions of the three of us doing TikTok dances on the dance floor.
To be perfectly honest, that will probably happen. Yeah.
Love that.
I can't even remember any TikTok dances.
Lola can teach us. I've never done one. I've never done one. I've never had enough friends to do one.
We're too old for TikTok dances anyway.
I know, yeah.
Like,
how's your week been, Susie?
I haven't had a day off in a long time. I've worked every day, including the whole weekend.
It's amazing that you're busy, though.
Your bitch is tired. I'm tired.
She's like, I need a week off already.
I'm tired. I don't know what's happened this week. I have no idea.
What day is it? What year is it? I have no idea.
You know, the amount of times I ask people what year it is unfathomable. What year are we in? If it's after 1997, it doesn't exist. I'm not interested.
I'm a bit worried that we've put you in charge again.
I don't actually know. I think my week's been okay.
It has.
I've been a bit like, I've been putting stuff out on social media, which is not like me, because usually I forget. But I was like, do you know what?
Yeah.
I'll put out about 6 TikTok videos. That'll do me for the next 2 months.
Yeah,
I won't
you
bother
put
again.
quite a lot out on TikTok. I'm liking your TikTok content. I need to get
Only
back
because
into
they're 7
TikTok.
seconds long. See ya, bye. That's all you're getting.
Yeah, TikTok likes
Also,
that
I
though.
did put out one.
Like,
I did put out one, and it was quite violent because
oh,
I
it
was like,
wasn't. It wasn't. It was a very
But
valid betrayal list. It was.
oh yeah, the betrayal list. I
It
was
was very
ranting.
valid.
I was ranting. Anyway, today, everybody, welcome. What's that voice from? Welcome. Oh, it doesn't matter. Today we're talking about pricing
Yes.
as
Yes,
beginners.
we are. Mhm.
You're not
Mhm.
expensive. You're just undervaluing yourself.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, we're going to
There
talk
you go.
pricing, what to do, what not to do, mistakes we've made. Yeah, and because
Valuing your own work.
it's a very scary thing to do as a beginner to try, because you just it's hard to find that confidence to be like, no, actually, I'm worth it. And sometimes even when you get really good, like, I mean, guys, if you haven't already, go and check out Susie's Instagram, because her work is incredible, but by God, does she struggle to charge for it.
That mouth.
It's true. It's true. True story, bro.
Don't be nice to me. Like, that's ridiculous. Ew. We've also got a couple. I know it's like I want to
It's that
like
meme, you know, that little like alien thing.
yeah.
It says when you touch a wet bit of food in the sink. I'm gonna try and put the meme up.
Or touching cotton wool.
Oh, do you not like cotton wool? I don't mind cotton wool.
Oh, nah. Sorry for those
New fear
external
unlocked.
noises.
Yeah, sorry to anyone listening.
Yeah. Cotton wool. Oh. No, I hate like pulling it up. No, I can't.
For the Halloween episode, I'm just going to sit here pulling cotton wool.
I'll be
I
sick.
might make a mask out of cotton wool.
Oh my god. Like you just be a clown. You just be this massive clown. That's a really good idea, actually. Casey, you're frozen.
Anyway.
No, you were just making a face.
I was just really still. Oh, anyway, okay. This intro's gone south real quick.
It's gone down real quick.
We were meant to be getting into the subject and we've gone off again. Okay, but back in the room. 3, 2, 1,
also,
go.
But we will be starting from very beginner, very like just qualified, freshly got the certificate in hand pricing to 6 months down the line, because that's as far as we can go, because we are not time travelers, we are not future seers, and we are not psychics.
Yeah, but so, we can talk about what our plan is for how we plan to get there.
Yes,
do you have a plan?
We can.
I kind of have a plan.
I do not.
Okay.
As ever. What a shocker! Oh, I'm really sorry. If anyone's watching on video,
guess what, guys? Shocker of the week. There's a cat. It wouldn't be the Chaotic Cuticle Club if a cat didn't appear, would it? Who is that?
Really this is Yogg-Sothoth. This is the menace.
Her.
She causes a lot of bother.
Look at the colour of her. She's gorgeous.
Yes. She looks like Nigel, but she's not Nigel's.
Okay.
So
are you
Nigel
sure?
Is one of my Nigel's one of my coven of eunuchs. So
okay.
None of them have balls. There is no balls. It's the no ball gang.
God, we said we were going to get on top of the intro, and now we're talking about cat balls.
So today we're talking about the word that gives me the fear is prices and pricing, and how much. And how much is this? How much would this be? Oh, it gives me the absolute fear, because I'm just like, don't ask me questions, because immediately I'll just say nothing. It's free. It's fine.
Yeah.
So what did you do? So when I first started, I did loads for free, but after I started thinking about pricing, I just kind of guessed it. What did you do?
So when I didn't charge anything for like my case studies, while I was training because I had to do 10 of them. I know a couple of people that did, and I feel like I missed out by not charging for products, but I did all of those for free. Um, and then I feel like I kind of went straight in and like I did my price list, which is still my price list. I have to admit I haven't changed it yet. I
Okay,
am
why?
planning to in the next. I'm planning to in the next couple of weeks. Um,
Okay.
but I don't think I charged that badly. Like I didn't go really, really cheap. So my builder gel, like £30 for a plain builder gel, which in the grand scheme of things is not what it should be. But I felt at the time for a beginner that was quite a high price. Like I've seen people go in a lot lower. So but I have to say I didn't work it out based on like a pricing calculator or anything like that. I just plucked numbers out of thin air. If I'm honest, I looked at what other people were kind of charging and went a little bit lower because in my head I was like, well, I'm a beginner, so I can't charge that much. There's a cat, and just
I know.
so I made my price list based on that, and then for the first month I put offers out. So my first month
Right.
everything was 25% off.
Okay.
So I feel like I
So I
didn't
thought,
like undervalue myself as much as I could have.
yeah.
But yeah, I didn't charge that straight off the bat. I ran an offer.
Okay. No,
What
I
was
think I
yours? What was your first ever price list? Really low.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. So my first ever price list was based on vibes.
Okay.
Right. And I kind of was like, oh, I'll do like builder gel for like 15, £17.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. My builder gel at the moment is still
Mhm.
just £30.
Mhm. Mhm.
And that's including a gel polish colour. And what I've realised is that that's quite cheap nowadays. And
Mhm. Mhm.
I know
Same.
people might argue against that, but I'll get on to that anyway. So I just kind of guessed it, and I charged what people, or what I thought people would accept from me.
Mhm.
So I
Yeah.
kind of went along those lines. Um,
Yeah. I think as well it's because like with me I felt like with doing the offers and stuff, I honestly truly believed that as long as I was cheaper than everyone else, I would get loads of clients. And that was
yeah,
not the case, let me
yeah,
tell you.
oh yeah,
It did not work out that way. But in my
yeah,
head, I was just like, well, if I'm cheaper and my nails still look like reasonably good, everybody will just flock to me because who doesn't want cheap? But
but that's yeah,
yeah, in
that's the problem
hindsight,
though.
that is not the way that I would advise anyone to go because in hindsight it didn't work, and even if it does get you clients, they are the clients that won't stick around. Like they are just looking for who's doing an offer. So when you stop doing the offer and then a new salon opens down the road and they're doing an offer, they'll go there. They are just looking for who's the cheapest, not who
Yeah,
am I going to continue to go to? So it's not a good marketing
yeah.
strategy, but I get why it's what people kind of fall into that trap of thinking is going to work.
I mean, I had that. I had somebody come along, and she was getting a full set of gel extensions, um, nail art, all of that jazz, and she was like, "Oh, I love, I love just looking online and seeing who's got like introductory or beginner prices, and I only ever
Hmm.
do that, and I do that for like get my hair done as well." And at that point, I just felt like a piece of shit. It made me feel
Yeah.
like shit because
Hmm.
I was like,
Yeah, because
"Oh,
you're
so
just like,
you're
oh,
not."
you just picked me. Yeah, because I'm cheap.
Yeah, like you're not actually interested in getting it done. And she
Hmm.
came back a couple of times and she's lovely. She's a lovely lady. And I get that, like, for some people, it's out of their budget to have somebody who's more qualified or long term or whatever. But the last time I charged pretty much the full price for everything that was done, and she's never been back again. So it's
Hmm.
like, okay,
Yeah.
cool. And
Yeah.
that just kind of it cemented to me that no matter, like, yeah, getting people in when you're doing cheap stuff or when you're doing free things is great for practice,
Of
but don't
course.
rely on
Yeah,
them to come
absolutely.
back.
Yeah.
because they
Yeah,
probably won't.
like you say, it's a great way to practice. It is. It's a great way and at the right at the beginning, that is what you need. You do just
Yeah,
need bums on seats so that you can practice your application, you can practice your prep routine and get it, get all of that kind of figured out. But as long as you are aware that that isn't going to build you a regular, stable client base,
yeah. Oh,
then, you know,
100%.
you
100%.
are going to lose clients. But at the end of the day, you've got to start somewhere. And if
Yeah,
you have literally just qualified yesterday and you don't have a massive portfolio of images to put on your social media, you are going to struggle to get bookings because people want to see your work. So you are
yeah.
going to have to do some sort of offer. But I would definitely advise that you use some sort of pricing calculator, not sponsored,
Mail
but I
order
highly
one.
recommend the nail order one because A, it's free,
Yeah,
you only need an account
yeah,
with them, and some people are
yeah,
out there charging loads for them, and it will
yeah.
open
Oh,
your
100%.
eyes to and then kind of work. I'm not saying you're going to charge that from day one, because even when I put it in and I see that price, it puts the fear of God into me because I think, oh my God, how can I do that? But at least it gives you that ballpark figure to understand how much your business is actually going to cost you to run and how much an hour you actually are going to have to pay yourself so that you've got
Mm-hmm.
something to work to, and then put offers on based on that price. But at least people that come and sit in your chair understand that your actual price is this, and they are getting a deal, rather than thinking that £15 is your normal price, and they're arguing when you actually say, oh no, now it's 30, because they're like, what, you
Yeah,
doubled your prices? Whereas if you advertise it with the £30 there, but saying, with like, the big salesmanship red X through it with like your sale price, at least they know they're getting a deal, and they know that eventually you are actually going to be that price.
yeah. Oh, 100%. That's what I didn't do. We touched on
Yeah.
this last week, but that's what I didn't do. I just put like this small amount on and thought that's probably going to be fine for like ages, and I'll keep it at that. And
Mhm.
I that I didn't want that to happen. Like after a few
Yeah.
weeks, I was burnt out, I was resentful, I was knackered because I still wasn't even. It turned out that I was paying people to come and get their nails done essentially because they were getting it free, and all of my products that I was using were top quality products, and it was my time and everything, and I wasn't charging. So essentially, I was paying people to come and have their nails done,
Yeah. Yeah.
and
You
that's
basically
not the way to
at
go.
that point have a very expensive hobby.
Yeah, yeah.
you
But that's the
it's
thing.
just
It
it's
didn't
just
set me
burning a
up.
hole in your own pocket.
Yeah. It didn't set me up to look like I had a serious business. It set me up to look like I was just doing it for a bit of fun.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah,
That's,
at the
yeah.
end of the day, if you're not valuing yourself, how can you expect clients to value you if you're not even
Yeah.
putting value on your own work?
Exactly. I mean, I started charging what I thought people could afford, not what the
Yes.
service was worth. And
Mhm.
that's the problem because
Yes.
who am I to assume what people can afford?
Mhm.
That's the
Mhm.
thing. Like I can't be the judge of what people can afford and what they put emphasis on to spend their money on. So that's not for me. That's not my place to put that on them. It's so I as a beginner, what you have to remember is the cost. As a beginner, you will take longer. Like again, we've touched on this last week, but you'll take longer. So obviously your time is it's going to be stretched, and if you put it into a pricing calculator, it's going to look really expensive because you're taking
Yeah.
3-4 hours to do something.
Yeah.
So what you have to do is put the pricing calculator what you would aim to achieve. So whether it be like an hour and a half, 2 hours or something, but you have to look at the cost of the products. If you're using quality products, if you're like, for example, I took off somebody's gel toes yesterday. She just wanted them off because she's like, I'm putting socks on now. I'm not getting my fucking toes out. And so I took off her gel toes the other day, and she'd had them done. And it's not something I usually do, is take off other people's work, but she'd had them done at a non-standard place. And I took them off, and there was no base underneath it. There was no base coat. nothing. It was literally like they maybe used like a really like thin something, but you couldn't. There was no obvious base coat. Put it that way. Um, I took them off, and if you think about it, like what she paid there was like £30 or something to get her gel tools done. Fine, cracking, whatever. If I charge that, what people are getting is an excellent base coat, like a flexible base coat, whether it be a regular base or a rubber base put on. I won't put builder and hard gel, anything else on a toe because it's pointless, but I will use like Ultima or a rubber base because it just helps with like retention, and I find it gives a really nice finish because if there's ridges in toenails, it just gives a nice finish.
Yes.
And then a really good gel polish, and then a really good top coat. Now, these 3 items in themselves to buy would be nearly 60 quid. And then you've got, I know you're not putting an entire bottle on each time, but like, but then you've got e-file, then you've got your dust extractor because no one's breathing in crusty toe fumes. You've got your lamps, you've got your time, you've got all of these things. So how come my gel tools that I would be charging probably less for actually have better products and more products and higher quality stuff than the gel tools that I've just removed that literally had 1 coat of shitey OPI. Sorry, I'm doing it again. Well, pigment their stuff properly, you know. Nobody wants 3 coats, 4 coats. Nobody's got time for that. Think about the
No.
extra wear and tear. The extra wear and tear on your lamp because you're having to put 3 or 4
Yeah.
coats on each.
Mhm.
The extra wear and tear. It's
Any
like,
more than 2 coats and I'm out.
fuck off with
It's
that. No.
2025. It's not. That's why I rebranded because I was not
Who
prepared
wants
to.
watery blooming gel polish? Nobody. Like, move with the time. Anyway, I'll stop that rant, shall I? So we have to look at, that was just a random anecdote. Look into the cost of your products, the gels, the tips, the bases, the art gels, the lamps. Don't forget to put in lamps. E-file bits. These things that do that. Shh, 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 shh. What
Nail
is that?
files, buffers.
Nail files. Thank you. Nail files, buffers, all of it, disinfectant, sanitizer spray, kitchen roll,
Yeah.
because
Cuticle
honestly,
oils. There's so
anyway,
much.
also handy hint. I know everyone's like, oh, lint-free wipes and stuff. Go and get some kitchen roll. I get stuff that's actually half width. I get it on TikTok Shop because it's brilliant. Cut that up. Just use kitchen roll. It's totally lint-free. Yay!
Right.
So yeah, you need to think about like your time investment. It doesn't, just because you take longer, it doesn't mean you're less valuable. Sorry, I had to run to the door because the postie came to the door, so my glasses are off, and it all looks very different all of a sudden. Back in the room, you're not less valuable because you're a beginner. You're just going to take longer, and you need to charge something to cover the cost of the products and stuff, but maybe not as much as a pricing calculator would say to charge, because obviously that's going to tell you to charge £105 just for like a builder gel or something.
No, it's
Like,
not.
don't
Well,
do
it will
that.
if you tell them it's taking you 4 hours. Yeah.
Yeah. And intro prices are amazing, but underpricing destroys your confidence. And
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
can do, because you
Yes.
just start to kind of be like, oh, is this all I'm worth? Is this it? Is this what I'm going to be stuck with? No, it's
Yeah.
not. And we're here to be your positive self-affirmation aunties.
Yeah. That's it.
Anyway,
It will lead to resentment as well. Because the thing is, what you've got to remember is there's things that you're going to need to like disposables. You're going to need to buy again. You're going to need to constantly top up certain things. And if you're not making a lot of money, then everything that you are making is going to be you're going to have to re-spend it to get files, to get buffers, to get all of those things that run out. And you're not going to make any money,
totally.
and you're going to end up hating it.
Yeah, you will. So, so the way I know to raise my prices is when I start getting angry about things. But we'll get into that. So how to talk, let's talk about how to structure your prices so you stop panicking kind of mid quote, like mid quotation for people. So how would you, so there are various ways to structure it. So you can have like a base service plus add-ons, which is a very easy thing, or tiered art levels, so a base service plus different tiers, or an always list that says like from X amount of pounds when like a design varies, which leaves things open to interpretation. And that's, to be honest, I probably wouldn't book someone like that because I'm like, well, I need to know the details. Or having a price guide as either separately or alongside with your prices, which sounds like a business. So how do you do your prices? How have you done your prices? Have you changed it, Casey? Tell us all.
How have I, so at the moment I have like my base prices with add-ons.
Okay.
I am going to change it though. I
All
am going to
right.
change it up slightly because at the moment, so I have my builder gel, for example, is £30, and then that is just for a plain builder gel. In
Okay.
my add-ons menu, I then have to add a gel polish for £3. However,
Okay.
what I have noticed is no one books it. No one thinks to go and add the gel polish. So quite often they will get in the chair, they booked plain builder, but then they want a colour, which okay is fine. But that is the situation where I then feel really awkward charging more for it. Because I don't want to be like, oh well, that's an extra £3. I know it's only £3, but it just feels like I just feel like a lot of people will be like £3 for a layer of gel polish. So what I am going to do when I up my prices and the new price list that I have made, it's sitting there ready to go, is to include a gel polish in my price.
Right. Okay.
So say the builder gel will go up to 35 for a fresh set. That will include a gel polish.
That's what I do.
Yeah. And then really cheekily is that if someone doesn't want the gel polish, then technically you're making a little bit extra back.
Yeah.
But in my
Never happens like
experience
that, though.
so far, most people will want a colour. But I think a lot of people do just assume, because even though it's written in like my description of each thing on my booking system, I don't think people really read it. They just go, yep, I want builder gel, and they book that, and then they don't always go to the add-on menu.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So that's how I will charge that. And then nail art, I have tiers. However, I did just pluck my prices for the tiers. The nail art tiers are where my biggest price change is needed, because what I have now, and again, I know we mention this every week, but it is because it's just something that's really helping us, is that from advice from the Black Canvas Society with Lynn's has been to actually go by timings. So like figure out how much you want to pay yourself an hour, which is scary. That in itself is a very scary thing to do. I personally have found that really hard to settle on a price per hour that I want to pay myself, because I feel like, minimum wage is where I should sit, but the reality is no, absolutely not. So I have settled on £20 an hour at the moment, which sounds so much, but when you think you're running an entire business, you are running an entire business. And even though you're only getting paid for your hands-on hours, so if I see 2 clients a day and that takes me 2 hours each, I'm getting paid for 4 hours of my time. But you've got to add in the admin work that you do, the marketing work that you do, all of the hours that you're technically working but you're not getting paid for because you're not client facing. So for me, £20 as a base price per hour is where I've sat myself. Does it feel uncomfortable? Yes, it absolutely does. But I just have to keep reinforcing the fact that actually that for a self-employed business owner, which is what you are not just a nail tech, you are a business owner, that is a good price. And then for my nail art, I'm going to change it to look at how long it takes me. So like simple nail art that might be 15 minutes, that's £5. If it's a nail art that's going to take me an hour, that's already £20 because that is my hourly cost. So that is
Yeah.
how I am going to charge it. And if I'm honest, is the reason why I'm still sitting on the price list, because I'm terrified to put it out, is the reality. I'm not going to lie. That's what we're here for. We're here to tell you that we're going through it just as
Oh
much
my
as you
God.
are, guys. And it is terrifying because that then means that, say, a custom set where art might be taking me an hour and a half, that's £30 added on. So when you add that on to the £35 already for builder, you're looking at potentially £65,
Yeah.
which
Oh my God. Yeah.
when I see other people charging that, and people that are really, their nail art's amazing, I think good for you. And I'll be honest, I used to pay that. I used to happily pay that in the last salon that I was going to, because I've always been an arty person. I've always had nail art on when I go to the salon,
Right.
and I would happily hand over £65. Didn't bat an eyelid because I was happy with the nails. I liked the art. But when I think about charging that, I'm terrified, and I just think I cannot imagine being like, oh no, it's 65. I mean, technically, I'd only have to ask for 45 because I do take a £20 deposit. So girl math makes you feel a bit better that you only have to say that's £45. But the reality is, it's terrifying. It is. It's terrifying and
Yes.
it's hard to get to the point early on where your confidence is at a point where you believe you are worth that. But that's why I kind of lean on things like Lynn's and that to kind of help drum it into us that
Yeah.
actually that's normal.
100%. Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Sorry. Um,
Fire away.
can you can you can you break it down for me? How did you feel paying £65 for arty nails?
It didn't bother me.
Okay. And why do
I
you
guess maybe like the first time I think I was a bit shocked because I hadn't had my nails done for quite a long time, and I hadn't
Mhm.
really accounted for how, obviously I think it would have been like pre-COVID that I had my nails done. There was probably about 3 or 4 years where I didn't really have my nails done, and then and obviously at first I was like, oh, that's more expensive than I remember it being. But I kept going back to the same salon because I liked them. And to be fair, guys, it was a non-standard salon. It wasn't, but 9 times out of 10, they did the art that I asked for. Well, the nails look nice. I
Okay.
felt quite comfortable there. It was, yeah, I did, and I just thought, well, that's the price. So that's what I've got to pay.
Excellent. What why don't you feel you can charge that?
Uh, because I don't like my work. That's like that, and I know everyone will argue it, but
Yeah, everyone will
because
argue with
I
you.
am, because the reality is, it is a me thing. It's a confidence thing. It is I struggle to see any worth in myself in general. We're not going to turn this into a therapy session, but just in general, I don't have any self-confidence. I mean, we'll be here for 2 hours if you want my advice. Like,
You're way
but
longer
the
than 2
reality
hours.
is, the reality is I don't have any self-confidence. I don't look at my work and go, oh yeah, that's really good. That's worth £60. I
Okay.
just don't. And that is me being totally honest. I hate every set I do.
I no, I
And I
completely
do because I'm constantly
yeah.
sending you the pictures going, I hate it. I hate it. And you're like, what are you talking about, woman? And then
Yeah, quite often I'm
sometimes
like,
there
just
are
cut
a
your
few
face.
sets that I did hate that I look back on now and I think, okay, they're, like I look back on them and I think, oh, okay, they are actually quite
Yeah.
nice. But at the time, I just hate everything because nothing goes to plan. I'm too focused on all the little details as I'm painting them that I just end up hating them by the time the client leaves.
Yeah. I know exactly what you mean. So I'm not going to argue with you because I think there's a lot wrapped up in shame for a lot of people.
Hmm.
So there's a lot
Hmm.
of shame behind asking for money because it feels like we're
Yes.
begging for stuff
Hmm.
and we're like,
Hmm.
please, could you give me some money? Whereas actually we're
Put my
providing,
hat out.
but I know, but it's there's that shame because we're like, we don't feel confident enough. We don't feel valid or valued enough to be asking for someone to give us their hard earned cash. Whereas we'll pay people for
Hmm.
services
Yeah.
like I'm going to my tattoo artist soon. I will actively pay her and tip her because she's fucking awesome. Like,
Yeah.
I will, like, we'll pay for services. So what makes us think that other people don't want to pay us for our services?
Yeah.
That's the
I
thing.
know. Yeah.
So this is the mindset shift that I think we need to have. And I'm just being like, I'm just joshing with you where I'm like, oh, like, what makes you feel like that? I'm not wanting you to like
Yeah.
spill out your
No,
inherent
I like it.
trauma.
It's a good question. I think, you know, all of us and, you know, everyone that's listening, it's an important question to ask yourself. It's why do you not think? Because that then answers what you need to start working on. What like you
Yeah,
need because you need to know what is stopping you from doing it in
yeah,
order to get over it, because you
yeah,
do have to get over it. The reality is I want this
100%.
business to be a success. Like, I am 100% fully invested that this business makes it, and therefore at some point I have to get over that fear, because that's the only way to make it a success and a full-time job, is to start charging what I need to charge. So it is important. It's an important thing to face up to, for sure, because you've done
See?
a lot of it recently. You've done a lot of facing up to pricing recently.
Yeah,
Yeah. She's going to get really
yeah.
uncomfortable now because I'm going to flip the question.
You. I was sitting here questioning you. How very dare you?
I know.
A lot. But so we're all aware that I have very minimal self-worth.
Hmm.
I don't value myself. So please don't make this bit into a short, because see when see when that short came out going, I hate myself, and I was like, Casey, fucking hell,
It was a
mate.
good hook, though. It was a good hook. You know, people keep
Listen,
watching.
everyone looks at it and goes, yeah, I would hate you too, bitch.
No,
You
no, they
know?
don't.
But like,
Stop it.
stop it yourself. You started it. We can start an argument if you want. It would be quite funny.
Okay. You want to fall
Um,
out?
but no, that would be rubbish. Who am I meant to rant to? Um, but that's the thing, is that I have a lot of shame wrapped up in, like, I'm doing a service and asking for money, and I'm like, maybe I should just be doing things for free for people to be a nice person, because I've always been taught to be nice, be like, don't be like asking people for stuff, like, you don't deserve this, you're not entitled to this, you're not worth enough to ask for this. So that's ingrained in me, and nah, whatever. But what we as nail techs need to do is, like, I like blaming nail order or the pricing calculator or my mentorship people, or like, I will blame anybody else rather than take the flak myself. So purely because it means I'm not responsible for people's, or for my own discomfort, essentially.
Hmm.
Oh my
Hmm.
God, that's a revelation. By
I know,
using
right?
some, I know, but by
Yeah.
using somebody else as like a get out clause, I'm not responsible for my own discomfort. It's something that is an external entity allowing me to bypass my own discomfort, which I like, because I don't like feeling just uncomfortable and awkward and ugh. Through my own discomfort, I have lost a considerable amount of money over the last 6 months. And I added up even just 1 week recently through my own discomfort of not charging my actual prices, because I'm always like, oh no, like, you're this, or you're like a friend of a friend of a friend, or you're blah blah blah, or like, I'll give you a discount, or oh, and I feel so uncomfortable with it
Hmm.
that 1 week I lost £128 in earnings through my own discomfort of asking for the right amount of payment to be made.
Hmm.
And that's not an
A lot of
unusual
money.
week. That's not a strange week. Sometimes it's like 70, sometimes it's like 105, sometimes it's 150. And I'm not earning enough to lose money. Sometimes that's like half of my earnings that I'm
Hmm.
losing through
Yeah.
my own discomfort of asking to be paid for the services that I have been providing.
Mm.
And
It's
I
a lot.
worked it
It's
out.
a lot.
Yeah, I worked it out, and it's nearly £6,000 in a
A
year
year. Mm.
that I'd be
Yeah.
losing through
But
just because I feel uncomfortable.
it's
Yeah,
it's a horrible realization, but
yeah,
a fantastic exercise to have done. And I know I said that to you at the time, but like if anyone that's watching is in the same position, I would strongly advise you do that exercise, because it's a necessary evil to have to face up to. Because once you see it in those terms, it becomes a lot easier to go, actually, I'm not willing to do that anymore. That's a holiday,
completely.
and not just that, not just any holiday, that's a nice holiday.
That's a
You know,
luxury holiday.
that's a once in a lifetime trip somewhere really special.
Hmm. Yeah,
So I think it's a great thing to have done, a scary thing for you to have done, but
yeah.
hopefully necessary in order to move forward.
And I feel deeply uncomfortable telling people here this because
Hmm.
I don't earn a huge amount doing this because I'm still very new.
Yeah.
I'm not raking it in. I can't afford lots of stuff. So I don't go on nights out. I try not to leave the house as much as possible, to be perfectly honest. I'm an antisocial bitch. Um, but I don't really drink. I drink maybe 3 times a year. I don't go out for like nice meals. I don't do that. What I do is I earn money and I spend it on nail stuff. I earn money, I spend it on nail stuff. I earn money, I pay some bills, I spend it on nail stuff. So to lose that much money just because I don't feel worthy has actually made me really resent my own self in a way, and just kind of be like, oh, come on, Susie, pack it in. You're a 46-year-old fucking woman. Crack on. Stop being a little bit. But do you know,
Yes, I
I've
love that.
needed,
Yes, go on.
but I've needed to actually really give myself a solid talking to. Anyway, we
Yeah.
have gone way off topic and this is long. We need to stick to a rule. So, right, structuring your
Sorry,
prices.
guys.
Let's get back to this. This is going to have to be cut up
Yeah.
and shifted about. I'm
Yeah.
sorry if this seems choppy, guys. It's because we've gone off topic and stuff. Have a price guide. So once I had like prices, I instead of making them up on the spot, it gave me some structure. Implementing the
Hmm.
structure is a different matter, but it gave me some structure. So, nail art pricing, where most techs undervalue and stuff, charging per, like you can charge per nail, per art level, per flat fee, per time scale, all of that jazz. The nail art pricing, custom work must be priced as custom, not basic, because
$100%.
a lot of cheap clients are coming in wanting Picasso, but they're wanting just a glitter gel polish price.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
that's not okay.
No,
Because
nail
right,
art.
if you want 10 hand painted, like 10 nails hand painted, that's not level one. Like that's paying a bill. Like
Hmm.
you
Hmm.
can't you can't have it for a fiver. I'm sorry.
No,
It's
nail art
custom
is
and
a skill. It is a
yeah,
skill, and you need to charge right for it, because in the time that you do, like you say, one of those like custom 10 nail art sets, you could have fit another person in for a plain builder. So
exactly.
you need to charge for it 100%.
You'd make you'd make a lot more doing just an extra two builders, you know? Just
Yeah.
saying.
You'd be a lot
Um,
less stressed.
like explain you're not just painting, you're not just doing anything. You're protecting people's nail health, the longevity, their safety. You're giving them a luxury service that is a luxury. It's not an
Hmm.
essential. They don't need it. If they can't afford it, they can go somewhere else.
Hmm.
Like go somewhere
100%.
cheaper. Like
Yep.
it is so like I charge because it's durable and for the care. It's not just a bit of colour being slapped on. I
Hmm.
charge because my Builder Gel application is getting so much better and it's like recently I've been working really hard to make it better and really improve like the application and it's paying off because it looks good. Like straight
Hmm.
out the lamp, it's looking good. Yeah, I can do better. I'll always strive to do better, but it's not just slapping it on. It is a
Hmm.
skill and it's taking time and practice and all of that. So people need to, you need to price your services accordingly for the skill and the time and the effort that you're putting in, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. You also have some confidence when saying your prices. I am a hypocrite of the maximum degree. Confidence when saying your prices. So say the number. Don't explain. Don't apologize. I'm really bad for that. I'll always be like, oh, it's £35. Is that okay? Instead of just going,
Yeah.
okay, that'll be £35 for you today.
Yeah. See,
It's
I even though my prices aren't where they need to be, I am good at charging them because I make everyone goes through my booking system. Everyone, even if they message me first, once I've explained what they need, I send them the link and they book their own appointment. So they see the price, they know the price. Obviously, they've paid their £20 deposit, so sometimes it's a minimal amount I'm actually asking for. But yeah, I'm not at the moment where my prices are. I'm not scared of asking for that money.
right.
But it's just that as I'm looking at my new pricing thing that I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah. Do you know, it's my nail art pricing that I'm scared of,
Yeah,
essentially.
same.
Like it makes me feel a bit icky, but I need to stop explaining and stop apologizing. And it's not like I'm doing, like, my pricing isn't a favor, it's literally just a boundary. Like, I'm not doing a favor for someone. It's a boundary within business. If I had a plumber round that said the price, I wouldn't be like, oh. If I wanted to go somewhere cheaper, I would go and find someone cheaper. Like,
Absolutely.
they're never. I need to have the confidence of a mediocre white man.
Yes, you do.
Yes, I do. So what I'm going to have to start doing is practice saying it out loud. And I know I'm going to sound like a pure wanker, but just being like, today that's £57, please. Or no, because that makes me sound like a fucking Tesco till. That's £57, please. Because, oh no, but see, that's the thing. I would always explain, I'd be like, so for your extensions and your level 2 nail art, I'm picking things out of fresh air here, by the way. I don't know if that's the actual price, but I'd be like, for your extensions and your level 2 nail art, that is £57, please. Minus your deposit, that's £43. I don't know. I'm making it up as I go along. Like, that's hard. I do have some things that I've written down though. So like, someone said to you, that's expensive, what would you say?
What would I say? I'd say, well, that's the price. I'd say
You're so hard on this. I love it.
no, I'd just say, did you know? You booked on the booking system. You knew that was the price, love. What else
I
can I
love
say?
this. I would immediately be like, yeah, okay, I'll just take £20 off. Like
No,
a
see,
fucking
I would
pussy.
literally just be like, why did you book the appointment then? Because that you booked the appointment. It told you the price. Why did you book?
I am
But I
genuinely
think because
astounded by this.
you don't make everyone book on your, like, I know
I
I'm
do
quite
try.
confident in the fact that I know that everyone that sits in that chair saw the price when they booked. So I know they know the
Yeah.
price, even if they've forgotten it. I know that they have booked knowing the price. And I think that's what gives me that. Well, you knew the price, so like you don't get to the till at Tesco's and be like, oh well, it said £5 on the label, but now I want it for £2.50.
Yeah.
They tell you to
And
sing
I
your
do the
rook.
thing is I do like I've got my prices on my site. I have made people aware of my prices, all of that jazz. Yeah. If someone said to me, so I've written things down that I want to be able to say, and that's too expensive, I'd be like, I use premium products and it's built to last. But then now I'm just thinking I should just be like, and
I think what you've got
what's
to
your
go
price?
back to is you said, and I love that this is all new to you when you listen to it on Saturday, because I'm hoping it will, like, you'll be like, oh, yeah, I did say that. You said a minute ago, don't over explain yourself. So
Yeah, I
don't
know, and
over explain yourself.
I'm literally sitting here. But if someone
Because what
says
you've
to
got to
me,
think on your website and your social media, you have made it very clear that you specialize in nail art, you're using high quality products. They already know all of that.
yeah,
Just be
oh
like,
yeah,
well, that's my price.
yeah. I
Tony and
know.
Guy don't feel bad when they charge you, £200 for something that the local hairdressers will charge you 30 for. They don't say, oh
Yeah,
yeah, but they just say, well, don't book with Tony and Guy if you don't want to pay the price,
yeah, but I'm neither Tony nor am I Guy.
Well,
If
I
someone
would
says to me,
disagree,
"Can
but
you do cheaper?" If someone says to me, "Can you do cheaper?" I will say no, but I can suggest a simpler design.
yes, yeah.
I have a hair stuck in my glasses somewhere. No, I think it's stuck in my nose ring. Why would I have a hair stuck in my nose ring? Sorry, but I can see it. It's like stuck. Fuck it, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, if
It's
someone sent me like an inspo picture that was like, say, a custom design, and then I let them know, oh, that's going to be X amount, and they said, can't you do cheaper? Then yeah, that is probably exactly what I'd say. I'd say, well, I can't do cheaper, but if you want, if your budget is only X amount, then I can take inspiration from that picture and make a level 2 design out of it,
yeah,
but
work
I
within your
can't
budget.
do, yeah, that's it. If someone's got a budget, of course we can work within that, but I will lower the level of my work to meet your budget, not lower the cost of my top work to meet your
That's
budget.
so oh my God, that is such a valid
You know
thing
what I
to
mean? Like
say.
I
Yeah,
will, like, I'm not gonna say, well, you have to pay me £60. If you've only got a budget of £40, that's fine. Let me know that. But I will tailor my work to be £40 worth of work, not give you £60 worth of work for £40.
I need to flip that mindset because that, essentially that's what
Yeah.
I do. Whereas I
Mhm.
need to be like, I will just lower the level of what
Mhm.
you want,
Mhm.
but into
Yeah.
to fit into your budget. Oh, that's amazing. So, how do we help clients understand value without defending yourself, without sounding wanky, essentially?
I would say, like, again, at the appointment, I don't think there's a need to do it. I think at the appointment, the price is the price. I think
Yeah, but
where, for
kind
me, that
of.
I've started doing it is I've started trying to do it on my social media. So I'm
Yeah,
trying to, like, make reels and stuff that, like, oh, why should you book with me? Okay, well, the reasons you should book with me is because I use high quality products. I make sure my prep is really good so that you get brilliant retention. It's a one-to-one environment. You'll get a complimentary drink or a snack. So I try and use my marketing, or I am trying to change my marketing to so that people that are scrolling through my social media know the quality that I'm giving, and then therefore hopefully won't argue the price as much.
hmm No, that's what I was
But
meaning, like
yeah, it is
education.
making it clear that, yeah, I'm not, I'm not going to name any names because I don't want to be that, but I'm not using. I didn't get 50 polishes for £20 on Amazon. I've spent a lot of money to make sure that the service you are getting is good, and therefore you
Yeah,
have to pay me more.
yeah.
And
Oh,
if you're
100%.
not, and if you are, and this is why you should never base your prices off someone else, because someone else might be making a profit off of £30 nails because they might be getting 50 polishes for £20. And if you are, that's your prerogative. It's personally not where I want my business to go, and that's why I have to accept that I'm going to have to get over my pricing fear, because I want to be a luxury service. I want to offer quality products. But yeah, I think you just have to market yourself in such a way that people know you are a luxury service. So if they're looking for
hmm
cheap, you're not the right person.
So I remember when I first started and I had a call with Victoria. Oh my God, I can't remember what her handle is. She's lovely. Oh my God, I can't remember what her handle is. That's going to drive me nuts. I think it's Polished by Victoria. Anyway, because I was like, when I first started, when I was charging such a minimal price or doing it for free, stuff like that, I was like, well, I can't, because I'm just working from the back of the house at the moment and I don't have a salon and it's not even a closed room. Like it's still, like it's away, but it's still open. And I don't feel comfortable charging money because it's not like a wholly professional environment, and it's just literally in the back of my house and all of that. And she literally just said to me, "Where do you think I work from?" And I was like, "Oh, well, you've got like a nice room and it's lovely." And she flipped her camera around and she turned her laptop around, and it was literally a corner beside a breakfast bar that went through to her kitchen, and it was in her living room, and this was just this corner. And I was like, oh, that's just changed. It just changed my brain chemistry entirely. So you can still offer a luxury service and not be in the perfect luxury environment. So don't think that you have to be in your own salon, your own little nail room. You don't have to have that available to you. Like, it can just be
I
the
I
corner of
work
your living
from
room.
well, I work on a pop-up table slap bang in the middle of my living room.
Yeah, but that's the thing, is that it's
I mean,
not
it's not really
about
pop-up anymore. It just stays there all the
just
time.
stays
But yeah,
but
it's not a fancy environment at all.
it's not about environments and the whole aesthetic. It's brilliant to have that. I that's my second year goal, is to get a space that I can have, that I can shut the door and it's just on my
Mm,
own and there aren't random
same.
kittens. Um, I would love that, but that is not happening at the moment because
Hmm.
I'm not charging for everything that I should be. But it changed my brain chemistry, because as a beginner, I assumed that all these people that were out there doing sets, doing like hard work, have big followings, have all of this, or doing education, or are like throwing out amazing sets and got 3 or 4 clients a day, like 4 days a week. I thought they were genuinely in their own salon, whether it be in the back of the garden, whether it be in a spare
Hmm.
room in their house or whatever. And when I found out that that wasn't the case, that sent me spiraling, because I was like, oh, I can't, because I was using that as an excuse as to why I couldn't go
Hmm.
forward. I couldn't be charging money. I couldn't be doing this. It's not an excuse. And it was just me putting off feeling a little bit scared for a while. And it
Hmm.
is essentially, you can just feel the fear, but still do it. You'll still feel the fear, mind, but you'll do it. But that's not a barrier to you providing a luxury service. You can provide an amazing service from your bedroom if you really wanted to. Like, maybe not lying in your bed, not in your, I mean, you can wear your jammies if you want. I don't give a shit. But like, not not lying in your bed with your pants hanging about. Well, to be fair though, got people have to walk past a drying rack and it keeps being damp and rainy. People keep walking past a drying rack. It's got all manner of things on it. And I'm just like, ignore that, keep going. And people are like,
Who
yeah, same
cares?
in my house.
Yeah.
Like
Hmm.
it doesn't bother people. People
No.
do not care. They want to come for the chat, the good products, the retention, the art. Like, they want to come along. So don't put off things because you think other people have something, because you don't know what other people have or don't have. So start
Well
pricing
said.
yourself, even if you're a
Bravo.
beginner. Yeah. And you're not, and sorry, and another thing, you're not charging. I know. So you're not charging just for the hour or two that they're there. You're charging for your training, you're charging for your products, and you're charging for your skill. Remember that
Hmm.
your skill is something that not everybody has. So charge for it,
Hmm.
please.
And
So,
also, you've
when,
got to think the appointment starts earlier as well, because you've got to clean your desk, you've got to clean
Mhm.
your tools, and then after the fact, you've got, there's more to it, that you've got to fucking dust every 5 minutes.
Oh my God.
you know, there's so much more to it than just, like you say, that hour and a half that you might be sat with a client. That is not the only time you are working.
Yeah, like if I've got a custom art set that I'm still really like scared of actually charging people. If I've got a custom art set, that's something that I will insist that I get inspiration sent to me beforehand. I draw different designs. I will maybe make 15, 20 different designs. I won't just put out, like, do
You
5 and
over
then do the same
deliver.
5 on each nail. I will practice, I will design, I will see what works on different nail shapes and stuff. I will literally spend hours and hours and hours crafting this custom design set for someone to come and sit down and then spend 3 hours and have it done. So it's not just paying for, people will be like sitting down and be like, oh, why is this costing so much? We're at, I don't know, 55, I don't know, £55 or something. I don't know, because I don't know my own prices off the top of my head, which is ridiculous. Why is it costing that much? It's like, well, it's because it's been custom designed to you. I've literally spent hours and hours and hours creating something from like 2 images that you sent me that are nothing to do with nails. Yet here we are crafting that for you, and I will do it as quick as I humanly can. And if it takes 2.5 hours, it takes 2.5 hours. If it takes 3 hours, it takes 3 hours. I've still spent 4 or 5 hours before that in the evening in my free time when I could be doing other things, creating something just out of an image that you've sent me. So that's why custom art costs more. So please don't be scared to even write that down. Show that in your socials. Show the process. I actually should do that. Show the process of if once somebody sends something in, you drawing stuff, like painting things, like using different methods, using different different products to create something, because that's essentially what's happening. When and how to raise your prices. So what signs would be there? I would say if you're being more fully booked, if you're like, not, but fully booked means different things to different people. So fully booked for you, not fully booked for Joanne down the street who's doing 7 days a week, 14 hours a day. Fully booked, whatever that means for you, or you're feeling resentful, or you've done extra training courses. By resentful, I'm meaning like after your day's finished, you're like, oh, that just felt like a slog and I didn't really earn much. You're like, oh, I wish I'd done that, or I wish I hadn't done that level of art for like such a small amount of pricing. You're feeling resentful when people are asking for things and you know they're wanting it cheaper and stuff like that. When you've upgraded your skill, if you've done like a Russian manicure course, if you've gone and trained in e-file as a beginner, if you just trained in e-file, yeah, crack on. If you've done another gel polish course, if you've done a masterclass, share your wins, share all of these things. But remember that these are the things, adding extra personal development kind of learning, that increases your value essentially, because you're offering a better service or more of a service. Yeah. And announce it simply. There's like a clear date. No apology. You don't have to write an essay about it. Just announce it. Just be like, hi guys, really appreciate all your support recently. It's been amazing. I've just undertaken some extra training. So just letting you know, my prices are going up on X date. This is the new price list. Thanks for your continued support. That's it. It just,
Absolutely.
it doesn't have, you don't have to explain yourself.
No.
But I would always say current bookings are honoured.
Yes. Yeah, definitely. That's it. If you've booked at that price already, then that's fine. But from this date, so keep an eye on my stories, because I need to do that myself soon.
Yeah. And so, and
I feel like as well, like because I am at that like 6 month stage now, I'm like, okay, like that's 6 months of training. I have done further courses and things like that. I've bought better products. I've trained in more things. I feel like 6 months is a good point to be like, okay, I'm gonna put it up, and then my plan is for April next year, which will mark a year of me being qualified. I am planning to then be what the pricing calculator tells me I need to be,
that's amazing. I'm so
which is
proud of you.
terrifying. But the reality is, after a year, I feel like the first year, maybe even 2 years, but I don't want to go too far into the 2 years. Any business is not going to make a massive profit. Most businesses make a loss in the first year. That's part and parcel. But I feel like after a year, I am confident that I will be at a point where even if I don't like my work, because I just think that's always going to be something I'm picky about, I will be at a skill level where and I would have put enough hours and practice and training into it to be like, okay, that's my prices. Yeah. So I've got
No,
another 6 months to work on my mindset and get there. But yeah, I'm kind of going to go about like halfway between where I am and where I want to be with this price increase. And then the next one at like a year mark will be like,
yeah,
okay, now I need to charge for making a living because I do need to make a living, you know. I need to eat
yeah.
too.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm getting married
Oh,
next year,
that's
so
amazing. That's, I'm really proud of
we'll
you.
get there.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
So red flags, very finally, red flags when pricing is hurting you. So you're getting constant burnout. You're absolutely knackered constantly. You're waking up tired. You're not looking forward to working. You should be waking up. Yeah, you'll be knackered, but you should be like, oh, I'm really looking forward to seeing Jean and Jessie today because like they've got tea for me. They've got like all the gossip of like
100%.
the girls' holiday, things like that. You're rushing things when you find that you're rushing things just to make it worth it, that is a bit of a red flag, I would say.
Mhm.
And you're
Mhm.
resenting certain sets. So, like if someone's booking in for a nail art level and you're just like, I'm not getting paid enough for this. And you just feel really resentful towards it. I would say that's a red flag. Not a red flag for clients or anything at all. That
Yeah,
no,
but
they're
that you
grand
need to.
for your feelings, and that's a signal that you need to maybe have a wee look at what's going on, what's behind it. And you have to remember you're not working for cheap, you're losing money and smiling through it at
Yeah.
people.
I would say
That's the
as well, a big red flag that you're not charging enough is if you can't afford things. If your top
yeah,
coats run out and you're like, shit, I don't have enough because all your money's just literally getting you by and paying your bills and you haven't actually got enough to invest back in, or you've got to a point where like you're really burnt out but actually you can't afford to have a week off because you're
yeah,
not pricing at a point that means you can put a little bit of money away so that you can have annual leave, or you know, like the time off that you would
yeah,
get in employment. If you aren't earning enough to be putting a little kitty aside so that you can have a week off with your family, then you're not charging enough, because you even though you're
100%.
self-employed, you still deserve to. Or if you're getting really sick but you literally can't afford to take a single day off,
Hmm.
then you're not charging properly, because you should be accounting for all of that in your pricing.
Yeah,
So it shouldn't be an issue if you need to take a week off.
definitely. So what I would say is, can everyone that's listening, and you're if you're listening and you're like, I don't know what to do about pricing because you're a beginner, welcome to all the new beginners, by the way, because there's always beginners starting, and
Hmm.
everyone like starts somewhere. So I really hope our ramblings help at all. Make a price sheet. Make a price sheet. Just even if it just says extensions acrylic builder gel, whatever services you're offering, write it down. Just have it written down. It doesn't matter at first. Like write a price down, then register for nail order, like log in and use their pricing calculator, find another one online. There's a variety. Try a pricing calculator. Keep it simple at first, but remember and write down everything that you're using. And I know it's tedious and I know it's a piss take because you're like, oh, for God's sake, I don't want to work out how many uses this bottle of gel is.
Oh. Hmm.
Just try, and just even if you just ballpark it, it'll
Hmm.
give you an idea.
Yes.
And remember that clients will come, and the ones that respect your prices respect your skill and your craft. And
Yes.
they're the real ones here. They are the real ones. But yeah,
100%.
remember, you're not undercharging, you're just being robbed really politely.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yes. And above all else, just remember it is a business. You are running a business. It is not a hobby. It is not some fun, cute little thing that you do. It is a business.
You are a
Treat it as
businesswoman
such. From
or
from
businessman,
day one, treat it as such.
a business
You're not a
person.
nail
That's the
tech,
word I was
you
looking for.
are a CEO.
But
Woo!
that's the thing, is that you're an entrepreneur. So act like a
Absolutely.
bit. Yeah.
100%.
Right. Rants and bants. Go
Rants
on
and
with your
bants.
rants.
I
Because I
mean, I
don't
feel like
really
we've
have
had bants
one.
the whole time, but I do have a bit of a rant. But I'm not going to let it like spiral because it's not the one that I told. It's not the one I told you that it was going to be last
All
night.
right, okay.
And I've changed it, and it is another one that, like, you know me, I like to hit the hard issues in the industry.
And you
Why not?
do.
But I have seen, I saw it 3 times in 3 separate posts on Facebook this morning, and I was like, that is my rant. That is my rant because it winds me up. And that is people who have a reaction or a sensitivity, or they get a little bit itchy after a service, or they, something happens and they instantly assume they've got a HEMA allergy. So they go
Oh.
out and they buy HEMA-free builder gel and they use it, and then they're like, why am I still getting a reaction? I've bought HEMA-free builder gel. And you're like, why are you just assuming? Why are you just assuming?
Mm-hmm.
And again, this is already long enough, so we'll go into this separately at another time, and I'll rant about it another time. But just putting it out there, if you are having a reaction to nail products, the chances of it being HEMA are slim. There's so
Mm-hmm.
many things it could be. So
So
many
many
things.
things.
You are not a doctor. You are not a dermatologist. If you are having a reaction, go and get someone to investigate it properly. Don't assume that it's just HEMA. HEMA is not the devil. We've said it before. If anyone wants any more information or wants to talk this through, DM me. I'm open. But just stop blaming HEMA for everything, because HEMA's
Yeah.
been used for years and years and years and years and years without any issues. It is
Like,
not necessarily HEMA.
I have a client who has a reaction to the UV and LED. It really flares up her skin because it's so concentrated. So I've got little gloves for her, and she puts on sun cream and stuff, and we're getting there. We're getting there. It's helping. But yeah, that's her reaction.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird.
Just
It's so weird.
HEMA-free products will not solve all of your issues. And just because you are using HEMA-free products does not mean no one is ever going to have a reaction in your chair.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
even if the products you're using have got multiple ingredients taken out of them, nail polish, gel polish will always have some form of acrylate in it, and you can become allergic to any one of them at any time. So yeah, just stop thinking that you are safe and HEMA is the only issue that might be arising in your services. Please. Pow! There you go. Rant
Woohoo!
done. I'm not
Getting
rant done.
right
Fast
in
rant
there.
this week, but important rant. I just kept seeing it and I was like, no, we need to challenge this. It is not always HEMA. Poor little HEMA in the corner. It's just trying to get you good retention. It's just trying to stick to the nails, guys. It's
She's
it's
just a
trying to do you a
consistent picky
favour.
queen. Yeah,
Stop bullying it.
top billion. But it's true though. Yeah.
I'm gonna dress up as Hema for Halloween and feel sorry for myself.
Oh my god, I just dress up as a family disappointment. I'm dressed in it
Oh
now.
dear. Do you have a rant for us this week, Susie?
Particularly, other than just like maybe clients being really late
Mhm. Mhm.
and
Yes.
like
Yeah.
not really letting you know in advance. Like, I'm
Mhm.
fine if someone messages me and they're like, I'm so sorry, the traffic's really bad. I'm going to be 10 minutes late. But like, maybe when there's a few minutes to their appointment and then they're like, oh, I'm just going to stop at a shop and grab this or that. And I'm like, where are you? Why are you not
Mhm.
parked
You
outside
should be
already?
here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So please don't
Valid.
make this
Very
fit into a
valid.
short,
I won't.
because she's lovely. It's just her timekeeping isn't so great. I have a couple of clients that are not awesome on time. And as
Mhm.
somebody who is disorganized and really bad at time management, it's like I get it, but I always get to my appointments on time because I hate being late because it makes me anxious, and then I get snappy and I get angry and I start shouting at people.
My
Yeah,
God, I'm awful if I'm late.
yeah,
I get myself in a right tears.
me too.
Love that. Love
And
that. And who are we
anyway,
shouting out? I'll let you do this one because I did last week's one and I've got next week's one. So you
oh,
tell us who we're shouting out this week.
Spellbound nail artistry, Lauren Elise.
Yes.
She is based in
Yes.
Sunderland, and she essentially has given me all of my inspiration for Halloween, for
Yeah.
for everything. I mean, all of her Halloween stuff I would wear all year round anyway, so it's irrelevant if it's Halloween or not. But Lauren, and like, she doesn't even know I exist. She doesn't know that we exist. She doesn't like,
No idea.
she has no idea. But I respect her pricing. I respect her policies. I respect the way she prices. I and her work is beautiful, like
Well, yes.
stunning. Yeah,
Absolutely. I'm just gonna, I'll try and put this in the actual thing, but these ones are my favourite.
yeah,
These stained glass window Halloween designs. Oh my God,
gorgeous.
I am obsessed with them. She is fabulous. We will pop all of her links in the show notes. Go and check her out and go and support because she will give you inspiration and just mesmerizing nail art on a daily
Yeah.
basis. Just remember, guys, if you like this episode, I'm gonna do the ending bit. If you
Oh
like
my
this
God.
episode, give us a like, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, turn on the notifications to be there next time we drop a video. And yeah, come and join the chaotic cuticle club.
Yeah, and sorry
We
for
are
the
going to get a
chaos.
jingle. We are going to get a jingle.
We're not going to get a
See you next
jingle.
time, guys.